Hello and welcome to Tobi's Brick Space. My name is Toby and today I'm introducing you to a set of Jaki The Smurf officially licensed Gold Rush Adventure set HK323 consisting of 178 pieces and 2 minifigures. We have included stickers but unfortunately no prints. Priced at 1578 euros on AFOBrick, we take a look at what the set can do in this video. As you can see, I got this set without a box, but all the bricks are included and the instructions. You can see here we have a small base plate and then the building sections, the extra wrapped discs. Folding instructions are included, which is interesting. Here we have the small folding instruction, and here's the first thing. We have stickers. They are not even transfer stickers, they are transparent, so they don't really have a white background as you could think, but they're not transfer stickers. They're very typical cheap Lego ones. I won't put them on, or rather I put one on as an example, which I will show you later. Otherwise, the instructions, it's a bit like everything is pretty close together, as you can see. You have to be careful not to mix things up and then move on to the next section. But overall, the steps are very detailed. I haven't encountered any problems. However, I would have preferred a standard climbing guide, even if it wasn't particularly comprehensive. Let's take a look at these wrapped discs. This one, this bottle is, as you can see, neatly packaged and it comes out pretty scratch-free. It's possible that there are some slight, how should I say, abrasions visible here and there. I tried to remove some of them, but that only resulted in scratches, even though I did the same thing with my t-shirt. I would recommend simply not trying to make it look better by yourself. I think that would only make it worse in the end. But I think at the end of the day, it will be fine. And as I said, it will arrive for like 95% completely flawlessly. Here are the 2 minifigures included in the set. This is Papa Smurf and another Smurf. I don't know, it's been ages since I watched Smurfs. First of all, they're built in a very interesting way. Yes, with the instructions here, you can see exactly how the minifigures are built and how many parts they consist of. They're also quite easy to put together. So it's not like it's somehow uncomfortable to stick those little hands into the body. They work really well, and these two don't really have much printing. So actually on the face, or rather the facial features, are printed. There's not really anything going on the back either. And if we take Papa Smurf here, you can see it that the facial print is also really good, except for his smile here. There's a small flaw. We don't have it on the other guy, as you can see. Also a little bit down here on the bird. So I don't know if this was afterwards, that it somehow rubbed against other parts and got damaged, or if it happened during the printing itself. But otherwise, the prints are really good, actually. I think this gap here in the headboard of the sky looks a bit large, but it can't be compressed any further. Not with Papa Smurf. You can see there is not really a gap, or at least not one to be seen. That bothers me a bit about this one. And otherwise, attention, high-tech feature, we can rotate the head 360 degrees. The little arms, they're more like hands than arms, but you can also move them forward and backward as far as you can in till the head. Without the head, it would also move completely around. The legs, however, or the hips can't be moved separately, and you can't sit the minifigures down either. Well, I mean, they're not so tiny, they just stand there anyway. But I think they're definitely nice minifigures and also not similar to those of the Big L, so they shouldn't complain about any resemblance to their own minifigure. And after a very short build, the set will be finished before you. I've also left the minifigures in here so you can see how it will look as a finished display. And at first glance, it looks pretty cute, I have to say. What's missing here, of course, are the details. What all the stickers are in the prospect. I would have liked to have had it printed, and they could have charged, I don't know, 5 euros more for that. But I always find that sad, especially when these aren't actually playsets for children. In my opinion, everything should be printed. There's simply a certain value that stickers can't impart. So what do we have here? This bottle here contains basically the inside of a mine. We have a little platform here that holds the whole thing up, and the ladder that's supposed to lead through the bottle opening so you can climb through it. I think that's cool. Papa Smurf is just climbing the ladder here. We can also take the bottle off here, and then, because of the contents, we can't just stand it upright because the loose stuff will fly out. That's why I'm carefully placing it next to me. Then we have this platform here, and as I mentioned earlier, the sticker is here I applied. You can see it's transparent, but it's not a transfer sticker, so we can't peel off the top layer without taking the whole sticker off. Normally a large sticker goes over here, over the two pieces. Although there's a small gap here, we can't really conclude that. It's sitting here in the special element here. Otherwise, there's a hint of a light here, a few jewels here and there, and so on. Then we have a nicely suggested little train here. It's like a mini build. He's also got a few treasures on the back, and here the whole thing is tiled. And of course, this pane here, it doesn't have any studs where you can, or you could secure it. So it's placed nicely here. Overall, it holds quite well. Here's the underside. So it's just, quite simply constructed. Spear points, you can see them here. So generally speaking, I have to say regarding the quality of the bricks, there's not really much to complain about it. Actually, nothing at all. Gate points are, these points are clearly visible here on the paint or on the color, but overall they're really not a big deal. On some elements they are actually very, very good, and the color quality is also really good. So there's really nothing to complain about in terms of quality. So we have this bottle here. You can see there's the little Smurf, and this ladder here is on a little platform where Papa Smurf can walk on. And yes, he's falling apart. It's just clipped on here, and the clamping force on the leg here or on the foot on this part is quite high, but fine, otherwise it's fine. So, and then we can put this element back here, and I have to say this briefly up front, it's a bit tricky simply because of the fit. It's really designed with so little play that you might have to squeeze it together a bit and so on. And then you put the fingernail polish on. You just have to be careful, but once it's on, it stays and won't fall off on its own. It can be just a bit tricky, and you might need a bit of patience. Opening it is just a little bit difficult, so you can see that I'm pulling on it and everything, but nothing really happens. So it's really rock solid. You have then, I don't really have fingernails, so you have to find a spot where it comes out slightly and then open it a little bit around the outside until it comes out. And you can see that we have a nice gap here where this plate also holds so that it stays in position, which is very well done. Then we can simply pull the inside out completely, and there is also clipped in here at the bottom. In case you haven't seen it, down here you can see it now. It's being held in position so that it doesn't fall upwards. And here is our dear Smurf basically right now hiding treasure. Treasure chests are good. They have, you can see that they don't close on their own, so the quality of the parts is really good, as I mentioned. And then we have this beautifully decorated plate. As I said, we have a few treasures in here, some diamonds, gold, emeralds, or whatever they're supposed to be, crystals. There are also more stickers on top here, especially on the round plate and the 1x4 plate. We have a smaller spider on here. And this card here is also a nice build. Of course, this suggests that there are tracks running here. This card is driving on them, and it also houses a few treasures. The sticker goes here on as well, and this car goes on this light gray modified plate, so it sits nicely here. And yes, that's basically it. We don't have anything spectacular left on the back. There's nothing underneath either, but that's just the plate underneath. Let's come to the final conclusion for the set. First, negative points, which are of course the stickers. I think that's quite clear. They're simply a bad thing for a set for adults or for a display set. Otherwise, you have to like the idea, of course. And like I said, I thought it was cute, or rather, I think it's cute. They have other sets too. I will put it in the background for you. There are 2 more of this type in this bottle, also with other minifigures. Then there are also sets in whole boxes like this. As I said, you can see them in the background. They are a bit more expensive though, and the 15 euro here isn't cheap either. As I said, we have 178 pieces, so the price here is definitely not cheap. But under 16 euros. Well, that's mainly due to those large transparent molded pieces that make up this bottle. They have done a great job with that too, as I said. And the Smurfs, of course, are also cool and cute. I don't know, I think it's okay. So 50 euros. Yeah, if you order from A4Brick with the code Tobi's Brickspace, you will get another 5% discount on your purchase. Yeah, so I guess you either like it or you don't. I'd say it's not really overpriced, but for that price it could have included the printing in my opinion. And of course I'm very interested first of all in whether you were even interested in a video like this, whether you'd like to see something like this, even something let's say unknown. I'm already thinking about this in the future, or something completely different will be coming in the near future. So please let me know your opinion on the set and the review itself in the comments. With that, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video all the way through. Take care, see you next time, and bye.